This is Ben with MBT. This is me reenacting the first time I rode an escalator. It was super scary, and I tried, and finally I got the confidence to get on that escalator and ride it like a champ. Well, now that I've mastered the elevator and I can now go upstairs in the mall, I feel much better about myself. But you know, when I was young, I remember that. I was so nervous. It's like having little butterflies inside of you floating up and down. But you know what? If you're in that situation, and maybe it's not an escalator, maybe it's something else that just scares you, like riding a bike for the first time, or doing anything for the first time. And then maybe somebody on the outside calls you a name, or maybe just doesn't even help you, and it hurts you. And so those butterflies turn into feelings, and those feelings sometimes can get harder, and you can be angry and stuff. So they become like a rock, and if you get too many of them, it's like having a rock in your backpack. And every time you get one of those hard feelings, it's like another rock in your backpack, and it gets really heavy. I know what that's like. And here's an example of what that looks like. Wow, that backpack was heavy. If you're in like middle school or high school, you might not be strong enough to pick it up and drop it the way I did. That's a little challenge for Mr. Ben, maybe. But there were a lot of rocks in there. I probably put about 10 of these in there, so it was super heavy. Well, I know what it's like to have rocks in a backpack and feel heavy like that. And I do remember what it was like when I first started going to church, and I was really searching for God, and I knew that God loved me. I had received Him. I had exercised my faith. I had God in my mind, and I confessed with my mouth, and I received God. I opened that door and received Jesus. But still, it was a challenge to get into church and get to know people and become part of that group. And part of that was to get those rocks out of my backpack. Okay? And I mean, when I say rocks, I'm using this as an example. These rocks were sometimes feelings, sometimes fears. They were sometimes had to do with things I was doing or had done that made me feel bad. It made me feel so heavy. I didn't want to go to church, and I didn't want to read my Bible and do stuff like that. But the more of these rocks I got out, the better I felt. In fact, I felt free. Just like at the end of that video where I was jumping up for joy, that's how I feel sometimes, because I still have to get rocks out of my backpack. It just happens. It's part of life. You have to go through it. But here's a verse that really helped me out, and has helped me out for many years. It's Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 and 25. I'm going to read it for you. It's, and let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Let us not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but let us encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. So I'm encouraging you, and we're giving consideration to how to meet together. Whether it's a phone call, a visit, or we start with the buses again. We could do that. We were considering that, and to do it safely. That's why it's taken us time. And or the church is open on Sundays at 10 o'clock and 11:30 every Sunday. We're also, I believe, going to be starting, I don't know the date just yet, a Tuesday night family service for people. I think there's going to be childcare, but we'll get you more information on that. But a variety of things. It might be very helpful for some of you. But we really want you to be encouraged and to know that to exercise your faith. If God is on your mind, we're here to help you. So we just encourage you. Now here's a special song from Cassidy Allison.
People like to feel, and that's quite alright. That's part of our design, after all. Feelings come and go in all shapes and sizes. They're soft and warm and hard and cold. So when you feel a feeling, puts a stone upon our back. But some things just aren't worth the ache they cause. So when you feel a feeling, just consider what it means. Are you feeling glad or mad or scared? Proverbs says, be careful, 'cause your life flows from your heart. And sometimes when you're feeling blue, it feels like there is nothing you can do. But God says that isn't true. There's so much more in store for you. Hey guys. My dad is making a room here. He just put that wall up this week. So this is gonna be like a little mini bedroom because my dad snores like all crap. Can you hear him right now? Can you? I'm literally at the bottom of my stairs. Isn't that wild? Yeah, so my mom cannot sleep at night. So this is gonna be my dad's room. So that's fun. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that this week you just pay more attention to the things you're feeling. Don't condemn your emotions. They're not bad. But just to pause and be like, where is this coming from? It's worth figuring out your feelings because you can learn a lot about yourself and what God's trying to speak to you and what he's trying to do in your heart. And I think that's worth looking into. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, have a good week. Bye guys.